Hello again. And so last time I said I was going to go ahead and fill in the remarkably repetitive, let's see, here we go, events for populating or selecting which actor becomes which character. I went ahead and did that, but I noticed a little something else. Now, my plan all along with this was to implement this using only those functions and those capabilities in the stock UI. In other words, just using the coding interface that RPG Maker provides itself, which is what I did for these character select functions, where each one of them essentially just sets, like right here, we set the actor for character 5. We check to see if that um, actor is taken or not. And if it is, then we run the um, selection event again. It's essentially a recursive, selection algorithm. It's very simple, very straightforward. Due to the limitations of this interface, I actually have to check every single possible return. So I have, checking to see if the character is number 7. See if number 7 is taken. If it is, select it again. If it isn't, then mark it as taken, and then it just ends. Um, and I had to do that for 1 through 9, so it's very long, very time consuming um, for something that's actually very very simple, logic wise. However, there is the problem of once we know which character is going to be um, performed by which actor, we have to set things like the image for the character as they walk around in the world, as well as the face for when you go to talk to them, plus the text that shows up when you go to talk to them. However, there is no way of implementing that within just stock RPG Maker commands. You actually have to use the scripting option. So essentially, I failed in my goal of being able to do this without scripting because I had to do scripting to get this piece to work. Um, the next stage of this, which was to be able to set the image for the event to the image for the actor that was chosen for that character, is this script right here. Let me bring this up. See if I can expand this. I really can't. Well, you can kind of see it on the right, but it's a really light shade of gray. Essentially, I set the character ID to a new variable I call character ID, and I set that before the function is called. The actor ID is derived from that. The event ID I set to a variable I call event ID that is set before this function is called, and then from there I just pull in which actor it is, which event it is, and this big long function here that sets the image for that event to actor.character name, comma actor.character index. Character name is the name of the file that holds the image for that character's image. Index is which one it is. So the same way that we have, say, people 1, image 3. Um, okay, so excuse me there. Um, the same way that whenever we go to select for the event image, a an image sheet, and then we select an element off of that sheet, um, the system keeps track of which file the image for the actor comes from, and which you know um, item of that file has the image for that character. So we're literally pulling those values from the actor database and using that to set the image for the event. Now, as I said, it's a bit more, a bit deeper than what I was trying to do with my goal here. However, there really is no other way of doing it, so this is how I did it. In comparison, one moment. Sorry. As I was saying, in comparison, this is much easier to understand, much more straightforward, but it is a whole lot of repetition to get the very simple functions, presented over and over again. So in other words, if our result is number 7, see if 7 is this, and then so on. We don't have a way to inherit those values or replace them into other aspects of this. Each piece is separate, and then we have to hold them all together with our own logic. On the other hand, this dynamically loads all of the different pieces all over the place. I know I could make the character selection piece a lot cleaner and a lot simpler if I went with a script. I'm going to avoid doing so simply because my goal was originally to just show how this can all be done through just RPG Maker. So I'm going to leave it this, as is. And just to review, whenever we want to set which actors are going to be used for our characters. We have 9 characters at a time in each village. Um, what we're setting is we're going to set a random number between 7 and 36 because those are the ones that are available after we set the defaults. And then if actor 7 has already been taken, then we just call this function again, this common event again, where it'll go back, set a new value, and then check to see if that value has been taken or not. However, if it hasn't been taken, it marks it as taken, and then it just exits. All the rest of this stuff is skipped because 7 is not equal to 8, 9, 10, and whatever, all the way down to 36. And yes, I actually had to type out, or click out anyway, um, 1 through 36, or 7 through 36 for the available values, and updating, which events. That's the reason why I wanted to do that off camera. It just took a really long time to copy, paste, and update all these values over and over and over again. However, that's done now. And the next part, let me go ahead and show you here. So this is what I'm talking about here. This is what we were doing. Whenever we set up the village to be used, we set the season, which for the first village is going to be spring, which is number 1. And then we set the actors. The first actor is your main character. It's in use, so that is marked taken. The second actor is the priest, and so on with the other actors. Let me see if I can bring the list up over on the side here. So we have the priest, the innkeeper, the barmaster, the store manager, and the mayor. These are all going to exist in the village by default for the first village anyway. If they survive, forward onto the other villages, then we'll keep them. If they don't, we'll replace them. And this is where we have this piece here. So that gives us our first 5 characters. Is the main character is the main character. It's the one that we're controlling, the player character. And then we have priest, innkeeper, barmaster, store manager, and mayor as the generic townsfolk that first give us the structure for the village. But then that gives us characters 6 through 9 to fill in, and this is where we're calling those events. So we call here character 6 select right here, and same for 7, 8, 9 to populate those values to set the character IDs for or the actor IDs for characters 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is where the common event system comes into play. We request an actor for character 6. The ones that are available are 7 through 36. If it picks a random number in there, if that value is already taken, then it calls the event again to try again. And if the actor is not taken, it just marks it as taken and then exits. So that is the very simple logic of it. That's what we're running every time that we start a new village, essentially, and a new season. Is we fill in any of the characters that we're lacking by running these character selects. However, the next stage of that is actually updating the events with that actor information. Okay, one second. Let me pull up the right page here. Okay, spring map. So what we do here is we're going to select a specific event for the mayor. So if the mayor is character number 5, which we start him at by default, then this is the function that I had to create in the script off camera, which is we set the variable for character ID to 5, so because we want the actor ID for character 5 to be available. We set the event ID to 17 because over here, our little mayor event right here, event mayor is ID 17, so 017, and we want to pass that on to the common event character event image. So what this will do is this will set this event ID 17 to have the image for the actor used by character ID 5. In other words, actor number 6. And if we take a look at the event and the way that it's written, that is exactly what it does. Character ID, that is variable number 12. Event ID, that is variable number 11. We set those before we call this event, and then it pulls those and is able to use it in the script. And as I said, the actor ID is the value that is in uh, the excuse me one moment. Um, Let me read through this line by line so I'm not skipping ahead here. So we pull the character ID, in other words, which character we're looking to propagate, or not propagate. What's the term for it? Um, Essentially fill in. But here we go. We're dealing with character number, whatever is in this variable that we're sending it. The actor information that we need is going to be, now this here, what this says is game variable, so that is the numerical variable list that we have. Value is which one in that list. So just as character ID is value number 12 and event ID is value number 11, we have a character ID variable in our list of variables. It holds which actor is going to be used for that character. What that means is, let me go back to how we propagated some of this stuff here. Here we go. So we have 9 characters in our village. The 5th character to start off with is our mayor. The mayor's actor ID is number 6. So we set which actor is going to be that character via the character ID um, uh, variables, the 1 through 9 variables. So if the value for which actor is going to be character number 5 is 6, which is this line here, then we set which character's information we want to set, which is going to be 5, to which event we're going to update, which is going to be 17. So I know I kind of use confusing wording there, but essentially actor number 6 is going to be playing character number 5, and we need to update event 17 to be character number 5. And we do that with this piece here. So back to the event. the common event that we're calling, we take the information for which character we're updating, put that into a variable called character ID. Then we pull from that which actor information we need by using character ID as the index for that. So in other words, if we need character number 5's information, that's actually going to be variable number 5. I put them in there in order like that specifically to be able to do something like this so that the numbers would line up. That way we don't have to manipulate it any before putting it into a call like this. So variable number 5 is going to contain the actor ID for character number 5. So we find out we want to update, we want the information for character number 5. We come here, we find out that the actor for character number 5 is number 6. And then we have the event which we sent it directly. We're updating event number 17. So then these next two variables just shorten how long the last line is going to be. It can be really, really long because of how specific you have to be. Game actors is the game actor database, actor, and then which actor ID, which is going to be number 6. So so the variable actor is going to give us access to the data for actor number 6. The event, GameMap.event is which event, GameMap is the information about the map. Events exist within the map. So GameMap.event gives us which event on that map. So what we're going to say is the event specified, we're going to set the image to be that actor's character name, character index. Character name is the file name for which image file the character's image comes from, and then index is which slot in that file to pull the image from. There's normally, I believe it I believe there's 8 in a file. I'll have to look at them again. It's been a while. But these are coming directly from the actor database, so it already has that information whenever we set it up here. So like for this guy here, his actor name is going to be actor 1 for the file name, and then slot 0, I believe this is, for which one is his image. Okay, that's the face. Here's where we go. This is the one I want to talk. This is what we're looking at, the actor image. So as you can see, there's little slots here. There's 8 of them, 0 through 7, for which one of these to load for the image for the event for this character. So for our player character, number 1, he's going to be actor 1 slot 0. For our mayor, he is actually going to be people 1 slot, let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So people 1 slot 6 is the information stored in those variables. So actor.character name gives us people 1, actor.character index gives us slot 6. And that's how we pull that image and then apply it to the event, which is going to be event number 17. I know that's a really long and somewhat confusing description compared to how simple things have been up to this point, but that's essentially what we have to do to be able to do some of these things. The one nice thing is that RPG Maker knows they don't have the ability within their stock command interface to do everything that you need to do, so they give you the ability to just script certain pieces directly, have access to the underlying code that makes the product. You can do some very interesting things if you use the scripting piece. I try to avoid it because I'm trying to just show how to use RPG Maker itself, but the fact that they know that you can't do everything just purely with the commands, like these commands here, that the RPG Maker interface provides, is a huge positive. It allows you to work around issues like this one. So as I was saying, we have this guy here, checks to see if ID 5 is equal to 6. and if it is, it sets the uh, sets event 17 to have the actor information for character 5. Now I'm going to create one more. Let me see. Character ID 6. Here we go. Let's see, this is event. So event 19 is ID 6. So we're going to set, as you can see, variables 1 through 9 are literally character ID 1 through 9, which actor information they take. We're going to update event ID to be equal to 19. And then we're going to update, one second, where's my mouse? There we go. Character ID to be number 6. And then we're going to call common event Sorry about that. Lots of little things going on in the house right now. We're going to set, or actually call, give me a second, this screen is not playing well with me today. Okay, character event image is the event that we call. So again, we need to set event ID, character ID, and then character event image, and then it will update that event to have that image. And I believe I've got one more over here. ID number 20, character 7. So we say character ID number 7 is going to be event ID number 20. And then we call the event updating, or the image updating event. There, so this updates everybody in this in the overworld area of this village, in the outdoors areas. So if the mayor is the mayor, we update him. And then we just update whoever happens to be character 6 and whoever happens to be character 7. The mayor is kind of a special case because we want him specifically here. Now, if he isn't, then we just ignore him. And I'm going to add, I actually should put in a function here for this. This will populate them. We don't actually have images for these guys, do we? Yeah, let's take a look at the actors. I'm pretty sure I haven't filled anybody in. Yeah, so right now everybody's empty, so we need to go ahead and fill these in. We'll just go ahead and do this now. 36 people, what they look like. Um, let's take a look. See, Stella is an actress. Who here looks like an actress? Hmm. We'll go with actor 3, slot 1. Alan is an actor. Looks more like a politician, but let's see. Here, actor 2, slot 0. Okay, Karen is an actress. Here we go, actor 2 old, slot 3. Actor 2 old, slot 3. Robert is also an actor. Let me see. Okay, actor 3, slot 0. Actor 3 old, slot 0. Sharon, also an actor. There. Actor 2, slot 7. Actor 2, slot 7. Wilhelm. I think this is the last of our actors. Okay, 4, slot 6. Actor 4 old, slot 6. Okay, musicians. This one is David the musician. Ooh, here it looks like a musician. I thought of one earlier, and now I don't know. Here, I'll go with this one. 2, slot 1. Musician named Regent. Grab this one here. Musician named Mistress. Grab the one right next to him. Musician named Peter. Yeah, he looks pretty clean cut. The big question, which one was he? Pretty sure that's him. Yes, that's him. Musician named Lindsay. And a musician named Nikki. That's 3, 3. Okay, politicians. Politician named Vladimir. Okay, 2, 2. Politician named Bobby. Okay, that's 2, 7. Politician named Donald. Let's see. Oh, that guy actually looks pretty good. Forgot I had these ones. So is Monster 1 old for this guy? With the pig monster. Politician named Francine. And a politician named Fidel. We'll go with M. Let me save this. And on to athletes. He looks athletic. I can't tell if this is a guy or a girl, so we'll just get what we get here. Okay, actor 4, slot 2. Or slot 1, sorry. Actor 4, slot 1. Character 4 slot 7. This one is an athlete named Paul. And an athlete named Serena. Now we're on to tourists, in other words, just random people. So let's take a look at our people database. Wilbur. We'll go with that guy for Wilbur. Certainly hope we have a people 1. Here we go. Maya. I'll be the girl next to him. People 1. Here we go, people 1. Arthur. Let's go with someone a little older looking. Teresa. And Victoria. And finally Leopold. I'm just going to do something silly here. Because, let's see. I'm just going to make Leopold the dog. There we go. So now, with that, we have something filled in for everybody. Let's just make sure this fills in properly. Yeah, our database is getting larger and larger. It's taking longer to fill this in. There we go. See, we filled in this guy over here. Oh, I'm not sure which one he is, but and we got the imp up here. So we've got our mayor. Now we've got 2 random people. And if we run it again, we should get 2 different random people. Yep. Here's another random character, and over here a different random character. So that is how we set these character events to be whichever character we're selecting. Next up though, we're going to do one more stage of populating the database, which is we are going to populate what these people are saying. Yeah, this was my test here. It worked very well. I don't actually have to say anything though. Eh, I'll update what he looks like later. What I'm doing is I'm going to fill in their profile with something that they can actually say. Um, because just as we were able to pull from the actor database which image and which face they would be using, we can also pull other information like their profile information. So what I'm going to do is display their name and their profile information as text whenever we go to talk to them. So to do that, we first have to fill the profile information as text. Let's see. Okay, Wilhelm. Musician. Like I said, we just need a little line or two in here to show the personality of the character. Um, we've got a lot of characters, so I'm really just throwing a line or two that fits with their appearance and their name. Um, that's why we have, let me save this so far. The priest says, can I help you? The innkeeper says, do you need a room? Fancy a drink? Find anything you like? Pleasant day, isn't it? You know, just a little something that matches, who they are and what they are. Let's see. Now we're moving on to the politicians. Uh, let's see, what do we want to put here? There we go. Very rude little doggy. So, each of the characters now has something they say. Actually, I hit that a little too early. Because the next piece is they need to actually say it. Um, this was just, um, what's it called? um, what's the term for it? This was just some debug text to show me that they were indeed updating what they were saying. The mayor, we can probably hard code, but what we're actually going to do is we're going to create a new common event. And yes, it's going to be just another script piece, simply because of how we have to do this. So again, give me a second. Let me pull this all properly. Um, so yeah, what we have to do is um, select which actor we have. So one moment. Which character ID is it? Character ID is 12. Uh, I'm moving a little bit too fast here. So first what we're going to do is set the image for the character's face. So just like with the image for the character as he wanders around, face name is actually the name of the file where the face is located, and face index is which one it is. So it's going to be really simple. Um, we start out with, wow, I really got this backwards, didn't I? 12. We pull the character ID from which one has been set. We find the actor based on that ID, and then we set the actor just to shorten how much we have to type. Um, then the name is going to be what's in the name field, and the text is going to be whatever's in the profile field. And then we display that by generating a message in the game where we set the face to the face from the actor database. And then we print the name, and then we print the text for the profile. So what we should see is the face for that matches that character, plus the name of that character, plus a bit of text from that character, what we stored in the profile. So what we do is very simply set character ID to 5, and then call speak. And it's the same process over here as well. Give me a second to see which character ID this one is. This is character 7, so we set the control variable character ID to 7, and then we call the event to have them speak. This one is character ID number 6, so same process again. We set the control variable to 6, because this is character number 6, and then we call the event where they speak, which is this one here, character speak. That should cover everybody in the initial room here. And we'll go ahead and test this out before we finish for today. So we got this person up here. Do we have a multi-line person here? He doesn't even wait for you to finish. You talk, he just wanders off. That is one of the little issues with the way that's structured. I don't have any weights in there at all. I'm not waiting for input at all. I'm just sending the message. So they still move around and they wander off. But yeah, so that much works. Using scripts, we're able to populate the image and we're able to populate the text. I am a little worried about possible race condition due to the parallel processing for the event that generates the image. But we should be okay for now. So sorry for rambling so much at the beginning. I hope that was somewhat understandable in terms of what it was I was trying to say, in terms of how this whole thing works, why I had to switch to scripting, and how the scripting works. I know I can, kind of ramble a bit on things like that, so I try to keep things simpler on these. Where did the mouse go? There it is. So for now, that is it for today, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.